Alright, hello and welcome, where we are going to be playing some long, dark Tales from the Far Territory. Well, we're going to do a survival sandbox game, though, on Interloper difficulty. The most difficult, not really because I think I'm going to last very long, but really just to see how far we can make it for purely entertainment purposes. We'll take the free runner benefit to burn less calories while sprinting, and we'll go ahead and take the cold fusion to again just get a little bit of a temperature boost. I highly recommend this game if you are considering getting it. It's made by a Canadian independent dev studio, which has been fantastic about updating the game, putting in more features, being super honest, and maybe a little bit slower with their timeline, but overall really great about just communicating and making logical next steps and features. This game began its development all the way back in 2014, and here we are in 2024, 10 years later, and it's still not totally finished yet, but they're almost done. And in fact, I'm going to be a little sad when it's all done, because every time they make a big update, there's a new feature, a new area. So again, highly recommend it if you're into survival. If not, then just sit back, relax, and let's see if we can survive together. I went to the woods because I wished to live deliberately, to front only the essential facts of life, and see if I could not learn what I had to teach it. Oh, anyway. Walden by Thoreau. So in Interloper, if you are familiar with this game, definitely a jump up in terms of a challenge, because we start with nothing except for the clothes on our back. We cannot even pick what region we start in. So we're just here. Here we go. Will we survive for minutes, hours, or days? I have no idea. But I'm just going to grab some sticks to start if we really were in a survival situation. I mean, you know, sticks are probably a good idea. You can do a lot with a stick. And the other big thing, especially because the temperature is dropping rapidly, I'm not sure if you can see our thermometer indicator down there in the bottom left, but it's basically gone. It's going to be gone here in just a second, so we need to find somewhere.
Some place to escape this cold.
As our survivor put it. I couldn't have said it better myself. I totally agree with you there, buddy. We need to find some place to escape this cold. That's priority number one. In fact, this looks like this storm that's kicking up is only going to get worse, so our visibility is probably going to go really soon.
Freezing.
Another issue with starting an Interloper is we have no way to make a fire or anything, really. Oh, got a body. Okay. So another issue is that we do find somewhere to escape this cold. Cooking, making water, all of that involves a flame, some sort of fire. So even a light source, how are we going to look around once we get to wherever we need to get to? So finding matches or something is going to be a really high priority. Another factor in this game is sleep. Naturally, if we don't get that essential shut-eye, we're going to lose. Actually, I'll stop my ranting here because we have a decision to make. So to our left, we have a bridge. So that's signs of habitation. To our left, we have a shed, but that's not going to keep us warm. This sort of looks like a road right here, so we'll just go down it. But anyway, back to my monologuing. Basically, without some sort of way to sleep, and that would be a bed or a sleeping bag, we can't. We can wait. So we can kind of sit around and twiddle our thumbs, but we're not actually sleeping. So that's another factor, too, to think about. Are we going to be able to even find a place to catch some decent shut-eye? And I think those are pretty realistic portrayals, honestly, of a survival situation. It's pretty easy to think, oh yeah, of course I'll be able to just plant my ass anywhere and sleep perfectly, but a lot of people in these types of situations where sleep is a luxury, being able to get comfortable, warm, be able to actually get some restful sleep. I mean, enough of us have trouble sleeping in just a regular old bed in a heated house, so I can only imagine what it would be like out here. Alright, we're just checking out this shed. Honestly, we'll just take whatever we can find just because we have nothing, but this is not going to be home. We're going to move on. We're just going to keep following this road, hoping we get lucky. Grab a couple more sticks. Now, full disclosure, I am fairly knowledgeable about this game. I've been playing since the early betas way back in the day. However, I don't really play this game religiously. So they have added lots more features, areas, and locations that I am not super up to date with. So in a way, I'm not totally fresh coming into this game, but I'm not exactly an expert. So some features I'm sure we'll be learning together. And if you are just coming in completely blind, maybe this will change your mind. Ooh. Alright, so there's a wolf right there. We are absolutely not going to go toward him. Wolves and other predators we can scare away with flares or torches, usually. Not all the time, but most of the time that seems to work. Of course, we have nothing to start, so we're just going to avoid him. There are firearms in this game, so we could find something there to kill him later or hunt just rabbits or deer with. Once again, since we're playing on that Interloper difficulty, being able to find any of those weapons, or really any weapon at all or tool, would be extremely difficult. Okay, well we found a farmhouse and a car. Let's start by checking out the car. We're gonna pop the hood, because if we come back, we'll know we searched it. Alright, this is the part where we start it up and we drive away. Alright, no. If only. Oh, scrawled message. Way up to the old dam seems open again. Better check it out soon, okay? So there's a dam around here somewhere. But right now, that's not going to do us any good. Let's just get inside and try to warm up. Okay, already our light's fading. But we could, we'll start by searching stuff.
That'll come.
Hey, a sports vest. Again, maybe not fantastic, but let's throw that. Nope, throw that on here. How do we do that? Oh, clothing. All right. Where's our sports vest? There we go. Hey, look at us. Don't we look good? Already we have the beard, huh? All right. How about a baseball cap? Let's pop that on too. Kind of look like a trucker. Wonder what the headcanon will be. Maybe I was driving my truck and I got stuck and now we're out here. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. It does look like the vest and the hat are making a slight difference now that we're indoors too. I'm sure doing a lot of the heavy lifting on our temperature, but you can see our gauge down there in the bottom left is starting to refill just a little bit, so we're warming back up. Ooh, and we're finding, so whatever clothes at this point we're finding, just like, put them on. We're not going to be picky. So we're wearing a hoodie, a somewhat damp, ragged sweatshirt, that vest, pretty damp jeans. This blue bar represents wetness. And that takes clothes just like in real life here. They're going to take a while to dry out, so we're just going to want to hang out in here for a little while. Finding lots of little snack items and sodas. That is going to be super important while we try to get our footing. Taking books, because certain books we can read and gain knowledge from, not all. But all books we can burn, so we will be burning those later. This fire starter. Toilets. Honestly, pretty great, because just like cats and dogs, we're now drinking out of the toilet. So I'm going to grab that water, and we're just going to keep it.
I better take this food.
Well, okay. I'm not sure if I'd call salt food, but I'm sure we can find a use for it. Ah, now this is a book we can read. Labeled and everything. This will help our cooking skills. So we'll take that. Another note. Bread is about 2 parts flour, 1 part water. I'm not going to read this whole thing, but thank you, Backer3781, for informing us about how to make bread at home. Huh. You know what, I'm going to keep that note. I might try that later. Nothing around here. Oh,
this is any good
maple syrup. If we just drink this straight, look at that, 850 calories. That's going to be a perfect emergency ration. We'll take that. For sure. We got more cooking ingredients. This is one of the newer updates that I was reading about here, where now they have stuff where we can cook from raw ingredients, so we can't just sit here and eat flour, but if we mix it with water or something, we can make like some basic pancakes or what have you. So we'll definitely take that stuff.
I think I can use this.
Now the only drawback is that this stuff is heavy. You might be noticing it's like that bag of flour was like 4 pounds. This is like 1.5 pounds. So we gotta be mindful of what we're grabbing, because all of that might come back to bite us. Banged up peaches. I'll take out again. Can't really afford to be choosy right now. Search all the cabinets. Our icons down in the bottom left show we're warming up a little bit. That eye represents wakefulness, so we're starting to get maybe a little bit... well, we're not really that drowsy. We're just not fully awake, but we're doing pretty good. The water droplet, as you might expect, is our hydration level, and that wobbly looking thing is our stomach. So not everything is perfect, but frankly, all things considered, it could be a lot worse. We have a nice roof over our heads while this storm blows over, and there's still plenty of stuff to explore. The only big problem right now is we do not have anything still to make fire with. Oh, ski jacket, that's awesome. We're scoring big on the clothing situation. But without something to start a fire with, we are really going to be up a certain creek without a certain paddle. So let's just search every room here before we lose all the light and hope we get really, really lucky. Matches, maybe a Bic lighter or a Zippo. I don't know if those are in the game, but really anything would be great. A bed so we can sleep. That'll be important. We may spend our first 24 hours here. We found enough snack items where we could probably just kind of camp. Well, nothing as far as I can tell in that room. Let's try this room. We have enough books. We have enough baseball caps, which, you know, is one. We have a nice twin bed here, though, or maybe double bed. Queen or king, in case we meet somebody out here. If you know what I'm saying. Pretty sure we're not going to meet anybody.
Is it food or?
Okay, yep, so doing good on the food front. That is encouraging. Ooh, more toilet water. Excellent. Exactly what the doctor ordered. Now, toilet water is at least convenient because we don't need to make a fire in order to drink it. We already have it, so that's nice. Well, we need to seriously sit down and evaluate the situation. Pros, we found lots of great clothing here. Cons, no fire starter. It's getting late. We are pretty thirsty. We're pretty hungry. Starting to get a little tired. What time of day is it? Oh, it's still like the middle of the day. It feels a lot later, given the lighting. I think what we might do... I think what we might do is this. We'll probably sleep a little bit here. Eat a little bit. We're not going to burn through the whole day. Maybe this evening, if the storm calms down, try setting out. We're just going to explore in a range around the house. This will be our home base for a little while. We really need to find some fire starters. So let's go up to one of these beds. Oh, no bed in there. Oh, I'm getting a little bit lost in my own home. This is our home now. Should we take the child's room? Or should we take the we'll take the master bedroom, of course. Alright, first thing we're going to do is we're going to rip down some of these curtains, just so we have some cloth to work with. Raw materials, always very important here. Bit of work so we can craft a few things. Most of the time we need a workbench to make complex items, but we can make a few things like bandages. Can never have enough of those. Just with that cloth we ripped off from the curtains. We made those. Maybe some tinder, maybe? Well, you know, we got the books. Books also work as tinder. Let's rip down a few more curtains though, since we used some of that cloth for bandages. Alright. Time for our first meal. Let's break our fast. Let's open up these pinnacle peaches. Let's just smash them on something. Here we go. Oh wait, we have a can opener. What am I saying? Perfect. We can open them up, eat them. Alright, that helped our hydration and our hunger, and we get a free can out of the deal. Let's follow that up with some chips. Ketchup chips. Maybe wash it all down with our new chocolate bar here. And our toilet water, of course. Can't forget the toilet water. Alright, and honestly, eating and drinking a lot in this game is great, because if it's in our body, it's not weight we have to carry. So we're both getting the caloric benefit, and we're not carrying the load. We're going to have a quick power nap here. We're going to sleep for 4 hours. Then when we wake up, I will see you next time, where we are going to explore out from our farmhouse and try to find a little bit of fire starter. So hang in there with me, and I hope that you'll come back and continue this adventure. Goodbye for now.